Breaking the cycle. Are we stuck in a financial Bennu loop? The question is in Egyptian mythology. Bennu, the bird of rebirth, symbolizes cyclical renewal. It burns itself to ashes, only to rise again, stronger and brighter. But what if I told you that our global financial system behaves like Bennu, not in a good way? Instead of escaping its cycle of destruction, it keeps repeating the same patterns over and over again. Let's take a closer look. In the world of economics, each crisis seems to follow a familiar script. There's a collapse, like the 2008 financial meltdown or the economic shockwaves of COVID-19. Governments step in with quick fixes, printing money, slashing interest rates, or rescuing failing businesses. The system gets a temporary boost, and we breathe a sigh of relief. But underneath, the cracks remain. The issues that caused the crisis, whether it's unsustainable debt, financial inequality, or reckless speculation, are rarely addressed. If this sounds familiar, it's because this approach is like treating a drug addiction. Imagine someone dependent on substances. Instead of seeking long-term treatment, they simply increase their dose to escape the pain. It works temporarily, but the underlying damage only worsens. This is what happens when we keep relying on short-term economic fixes. Each time, the recovery feels like a triumph, but it's just setting the stage for the next collapse. And the cost? It's enormous. Governments accumulate massive debt. Inflation creeps into the economy, making life harder for ordinary people. The system becomes increasingly fragile, like a balloon stretched to its limit. Eventually, something will burst. The question is a season of financial hardship. Economists sometimes warn of a nuclear winter, in financial terms, where the aftermath of a massive collapse lingers for years, much like the ashes Bennu must rise from. But how many times can we keep rising, only to fall again? At my handle name, the key lies in breaking free from this destructive cycle. To truly rise, like Bennu, and not just repeat the past, we need to embrace transformation. This means shifting our focus from temporary patches to sustainable rebuilding. Instead of just printing more money or relying on debt-driven growth, we should invest in innovation, renewable energy, and education. Policies must address systemic inequality and support the real economy, not just inflate financial markets. Breaking the Bennu cycle isn't easy. It requires sacrifice, hard decisions, and a long-term vision. But without these changes, we're doomed to repeat the same pattern of crisis, collapse, and temporary recovery. The question is, the Bennu bird is a symbol of hope and renewal. The question is, what kind of renewal do we want? The choice is ours. If you found this perspective intriguing, let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think it will take to break free from this cycle? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more conversations about the stories that shape our world. Let's rise together, stronger, wiser, and ready to build a future worth believing in.